What's up, everybody? Mike here, and welcome to my ultimate part breaker build. This is with the Longsword, and just a fun build to use overall if you're really into like just breaking monsters' parts to get more materials, but resources. Very good for farming too, in my opinion. If you are trying to, utilize the part breaker skill in your armor set to essentially make that aspect of this game a bit easier, less grindy. So let's get into the stats as usual first. And this is going to be with a 313 attack power, affinity 40%, defense 651, fire resistance 18, water resistance 8, thunder resistance -7 there, ice resistance 8, dragon resistance -12. Not too bad. Very cool to use. Let's go into skill info next, as I usually like to do. So we got attack boost 7 here. This is pretty much standard across all builds. I've explained about that already. Very good to utilize here with attack plus 10%, bonus 10% when you got level 7 on here. Earplugs. Now this is something, a first for me. Didn't use this on the previous 2 builds I showcased. But earplugs are very good. Nullifies weak and strong monster roars. Reduces the effects of powerful monsters' roars. So not only, you'll see in a bit, not only is this build good for being negating and nullifying the monster roars that kind of can stun you or not, but as you can see below, I still have my stun resistance on here. I added, so that way I'm protected from both, and I can just keep going in and going ham on these monsters and breaking their body parts like that to get the materials I need. And what's important too is critical boost level 3, increases damage dealt by critical hits to 40%. So this is going to help you do even more damage, so you're breaking all those parts even quicker. Freaking amazing. Mind's Eye. Level 3, 100% chance of your attacks not being deflected. Plus 30% chance, plus 30% damage to hard targets when activated. So this is very good, especially when, with bladed weapons, they can be deflected quite a bit, especially if they lose their sharpness really quick. So it's, I feel this is very good to have on here. Maybe not an exact necessity. You might be able to swap this out for something else that maybe you fancy better than this. Up to you. But I decided to utilize this at its fullest level, which is level 3. And then I got windproof level 3 on here. Now this isn't necessarily a need, but I think it's part of the armor set I'm got on because I got Rathalos on here. So it might be just because it's a default a skill that's on the armor set. And of course, stun resistance, because I hate being stunned. Prevent stun completely. So this combination of earplugs and stun resistance being just negated is just such a joy to have on this armor and build. Then part breaker level 3, part damage is plus 30% with being level 3. And of course, this is a longsword. We gotta have at least razor sharp level 2. If you want to maybe alternate this a little bit and try to get to level 3, maybe go down to Mind's Eye, for example, go ahead, have at it. This activates 25% of the time. So if you want to get level 3 to activate 50% of the time, go for it. It helps out a lot with keeping your weapon sharp. And then counter strike attacks plus 10 after activation. I think that came with either talisman or armor set. So not necessarily a complete need, but so if you want to swap that out too in some way, go ahead. All right, let's go into the armor and the jewels. The decorations, that is. So weapon, I got Darkest Night plus here with the Razor Jewel 2. It's the only thing I have on there with it. Didn't put a rampage slot on there. Didn't really need to for rampages because, I knock out rampages just fine. Not a big deal. Plus the rampages are in the base game. They're not in the expansion of Sunbreak. So not big deal. And then Rathalos Helm X Critical Jewel 2. I put with that. Rathalos Mail X Mind's Eye Jewel 2. Mind's Eye, sorry. And then Rathalos Braces X with Steadfast Jewel 1. Rathalos Coil X with Razor Jewel 2. Rathalos Grease X Steadfast Jewel 1 and another Steadfast Jewel 1. And then on the talisman here, you got Mind's Eye Jewel 2, Mind's Eye Jewel 2 in there. So Fatal Tempest Talisman, if you can get this, please do. I know it's a bit of RNG with the freaking talismans, but if you can get something like this, go for it. Mine just got stuck with the Counter Strike, as you can see on there. So if you can get something that doesn't have Counter Strike, but at least has the slots to put Mind's Eye on here, or even something else, go for it. But yeah, you want to do something similar to this in terms of talisman, if you can. Rarity 7 for sure. But yeah, that is the armor. That's stats and skills. So very fun to utilize. Like I said, if you are going to grind this game out and you're trying to grind for materials and basically, break parts on monsters, you don't necessarily have to use this to grind resources and materials off monsters to break their parts, but it's just an example of one of the weapons and builds you can do in order to make your life easier in the expansion. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Please drop a like if you did. If you're new, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of my content. Thank you guys again for watching.